back. If you're new here, my name's Bianca and we make very simple homemade recipes. Today we're gonna work with apples. So we are going to use this contraption. I'll take you through what it is, but we are gonna end up making applesauce, apple juice. We're gonna start apple cider vinegar. We're gonna use part of the apple juice to put in the Ninja Creami container, and eventually we're going to make sorbet out of it. Overall, we're gonna make 4 different products from pretty much 2.5 bags of apples. I have Gala, Granny Smith, and a couple, I think they're called Tango apples. All the equipment I'm using today, I'm gonna link it in the description. And if you have any questions along the way while we're going through this video, please drop them in the comments. So first we're going to wash these apples and come back and start peeling and coring them. Oh, well first, we want to stick it where we want it on the island. And there's this lever that suctions it into place. So now it won't move. We want to use this, and right here, you use this tab to push it in and out. So we want it all the way out, and we want to try to center it. This is where I always have trouble.
We're going to try to center it.
Okay, now we could always just push it to where it starts peeling, or we could spin it, but we're gonna start spinning. And you just kind of gotta go for it. So not only does it peel, it also cores the apple, so you could see that the core comes out. And we have the apple. I'm just gonna peel this off. I'm gonna snack on it. But you can see it's nicely peeled, cored. We're gonna put it in here to wait until we have all the apples. And once we're ready to put them in the juicer, we'll transfer them to the juicer. Now what we're gonna do with the scraps is we're gonna put them in these gallon jars. I'll link this jar in the description, but you could always look at your local Goodwill. They usually sell containers this big, but we are gonna stuff all our apple scraps into this in order to make apple cider vinegar. So we will just keep going and peeling, coring our apples. Now we have all the apples that we are going to be juicing. Okay, this is our juicer. I'm gonna take you through each level of it. So the first level is where we put the boiling water. So we're gonna fill this up real quick and put it on the burner. We're gonna put it on high. The second level, and it is gonna collect all of the juice from the apples. It does have the spout, and that's where we could there's like a little hinge here. There's a little hinge, and we'll be able to drain the apple juice into either mason jars or whatever container we want. So this is gonna collect the juice. This is the second one. Now the top portion is like a colander. So we are gonna put all of our apples in here. We're gonna put it on the burner for 60 minutes, and it is gonna collect the juice, and it's going to simmer the apples where they're not gonna be scorched, and we'll be able to turn those apples into applesauce. So we have our apples, and we are going to set them up here and put the lid on, and it's going to cook for an hour. While the apples are on the stove, we are going to complete the first step of our apple cider vinegar. We're gonna get this all together, and then I'm actually gonna show you what it looks like after it ferments for 2 weeks, and we strain it and it sits for another 2 weeks. So this is just the first stage. We are gonna want a mason jar, so this is 4 cups worth of water. We're gonna put a 1/4 cup of organic cane sugar. I'm gonna get some hot water to dissolve this sugar, and then we're gonna pour it in here.
Pre-dissolved, we're going to pour it in here. So another 4
just gonna do a little bit more. Maybe like 2 cups worth.
We want to make sure it's covered.
So, and every couple days, you kind of want to stir it up. It does look full right now, but the apples are gonna break down. So what you want is a cloth because you want this to breathe. And we have a rubber band. And I put this at the top of my pantry. So let me put this one up and I'll bring down one that we've already done. So the one we just put up is gonna sit there for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, what we did for this one is we strained out the apples and we ran the liquid through cheesecloth. And this was actually 2-gallon containers here. So you can see it looks good. We can use this to rinse our produce when we bring it in from the store. We could have some in the morning. Some recipes call for apple cider vinegar, so we could use this. Honestly, it didn't, I mean, the only actual cost of this was the sugar itself, because the apple scraps we were gonna throw away anyways. So we actually saved money, and I think apple cider vinegar is a little expensive. I'll have to look it up, but really the only thing we used for this is sugar. So I think everything's done. I'm going to take the lid off and turn off the heat. Now last time I had to mash up the apples, but they're pretty mashed already. There's only a little bit left. Let's take this out. Okay, and we can see there's still juice. Okay, so this is for our apple sorbet. I'm gonna let it cool on the counter, and then once it's cool enough, I'm gonna pop a lid on it and I'm gonna put it in the freezer. I'm gonna let this sit at room temperature. I'm gonna put it on a rag, and then it'll go in the fridge just for us to drink every now and then.
Here's our final product of applesauce. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Again, I'll be doing a Ninja Creami review and showing you different ways to use it, so stay tuned for that. Thanks again. See you next time.